Hello and welcome to the video lesson Development Simulation of Mini Collection of Prints. This session is entitled Practical Design Applications. We will first approach some of the process of color research and shapes based upon the theme and concept of the collection, as well as the colors suggested by the trend-setting platforms. We will also introduce you to the creation of a first draft of printing concepts for the capsule collection, as well as the selection of the final idea and development of practical examples resorting to computer software. Starting with the practical design applications, we will present two questions: what and why. Like any other creative process, the making of a collection of prints is a succession of choices inserted into a methodological process to, finally, reach a selection of final designs. In the fashion design agenda, prints are developed months before the fashion design collection, as they might be used in several industries, such as textile fashion, interior design, and so on. Moreover, print trends are already defined for each season, before fashion designers start to work on their new collection. In this unit, you will be introduced to the creative process of the production of prints, as well as tips and tools to create new designs based on trend-setting websites. First of all, the general theme of each set of prints has to be defined. For that, you must find inspiration in your four main guidelines used in trend forecasts, such as future versus past or natural versus artificial, and of course, consult trend-setting platforms such as WGSN.com or Edelkort.com. There are several events around the globe dedicated or that cover this field of work. These events reunite specialists in textile and fashion design and are primary meeting points for companies to demonstrate their new products for potential customers. Now, it's time to start your research based on the chosen theme, starting with shapes and colors. For the shapes, you may have to decide between organic elements and or geometrical shapes. In each case, the choice you make should reflect the theme and concept of your collection. Therefore, and as in every design process, start a mood board of your prints collection, adding images, shapes, fabrics, colors, and inspiration elements that contribute to your design process. This is a time for experience. Different techniques such as watercoloring, yarn and textile manipulations, computer-aided design, and other techniques should be used. When you are designing the shapes and elements that you would like to add to your pattern, always remember that the colors should complement the shapes and vice versa. Also, if the fabric you'll use to print your pattern is not white, consider a series of tests beforehand, with every color on the fabric, so there is no unpleasant surprise at the end. Remember that as every structure is different, different fabrics will react differently to certain patterns, colors, and shapes. Therefore, this process should also ensure a testing phase to create samples where the designer will take note of each component and obtain results. And that concludes our lesson. I'm hoping that you enjoy it. Thank you so much for your time and attention.